Hey there, this is Scott Embringham. I'm going to walk you through something I've never really walked anybody through before except in private meetings, and I want to try and give you some of the best for 2020. I call this purchase path, and the example I'm going to be used is if I was a car company selling SUVs to moms or women car shoppers, and I'll show you why in a second. Oftentimes, the first thing I'll say is oftentimes on social media, it really helps to be very focused on a specific niche. And I get calls all the time from car companies saying, how do we focus on this market? How do we get more of this market? How do we get more of this market? So this is the example I'm going to use. This will apply, by the way, if you're not selling cars, trucks, or SUVs, if you're not trying SUVs, if you're selling furniture, if you're selling just about anything else. There's 3 steps. Here's how it is. I'm going to talk quickly because I got to try and get this in under 4 minutes. First, it's understanding that in any given market of potential buyers, there is a different brand preference or affinity for your brand. Let's say, for example, you have a 5% market share brand or a 1% market share brand. That means 99% are a mix of cold and warm, and there's only 1% of hot. But what do most companies do? I don't care what size business is. The first thing they do is they look at a potential audience and they make a deal. 10% off this, 5% off this, when nobody gives a crap about your product or service. So we've talked about that before. So the first step is understanding the reality that most people, in many cases, even if you're a 15% market share brand for a major car company, that means 85% either don't prefer you, don't want to see you, don't even know you, or at best, they're warmed up to you. Okay, is that fair? So that's the first step. The second step is understanding that something that every salesperson, even a junior salesperson, understands. You can't treat all people the same way. But what do we do on social? We blast ads about deals and we wonder why nobody's buying. This then addresses that. So understanding everybody's cold, warm, or hot, and understanding the second thing is video, as an example, works really well with a cold audience, and we'll talk more about that. A carousel ad works really well with a warm audience, and an offer ad works well with a hot audience. So the question is, how do you get them in the right audiences? How do you know where they are in the process? We call this purchase path. And the third step, after one, understanding there's different preferences. Step 2 is understanding different ads work with different audiences. The third step is really the action item, and I'll walk you through that process right now. If I was selling SUVs to moms or families, and I was focused specifically on women, I would probably identify the 4 key selling benefits of my vehicle. And I'm just going to make them up. Let's say that 1 is technology. I've got some really cool new technology in my SUV. 2 is I've got safety. I've got these really cool safety features. 3rd, I've got these really cool convenience type features to save families and moms all the different challenges of getting car seats and things out in and out of the vehicles. And then 4th, let's call it financing. Okay, let's say that those are my 4 primary selling propositions. I would not talk about all those things right out of the gate about my vehicles. Instead, I would create 4, maybe 5 different videos that talked about 4 surprising technologies that are now being introduced into SUVs. 3 safety features that you can't live without that you won't find on most SUVs. 3rd, whatever it was, financing. 3 financing secrets to get you the best deal on your next SUV. And do you notice that I'm not talking about my brand? I'm talking about things that are going to be important to them. Why? Because I know that if I've got a 5% market share brand, 95%, as soon as I open my mouth and I say I'm with brand X, nobody cares and they're going to tune me out and potentially just delete my message. Instead, I'm going to talk in terms of their needs. And while I'm doing that, what am I doing? The social media pros know that I am going to be collecting a custom audience from the 1 million people that are in my demo. There's going to be 100 or 200,000 that are going to start to consume my content that I can capture, isolate, identify for my next set of ads. So as they're consuming this content, I can drop them into a custom audience where I can begin to serve my carousel ads. I can talk to them about, did you know that brand X has this financing? Did you know that brand X has these technologies? Did you know that brand X has these safety features? And did you know that brand X has whatever the 4th one was? Technology, safety, convenience. And I can start to highlight those items in my carousel ads and run those carousel ads against my warm audience from the people that consumed my videos. Is this making sense? Identify people that they're in different stages, cold, warm, hot. Treat them differently. Start with videos about their needs, about their interests, highlighting things that might be really cool about our SUVs. and then drop them into a custom audience and hit them with my carousel ads or serve them my carousel ads, highlighting the 4 things that we've already preconditioned, persuaded them to really appreciate and have a better understanding for, and serve those ads in their newsfeed. And the cool thing is Facebook has some great AI, and it'll start to serve the carousel ads in a different rotation based upon which ads are getting engaged with or clicked with. But equally, if not more importantly, the third thing happens. Of the million that were initially in my set and the 300,000 that consume my videos, now I've maybe got, and I'm serving them 300,000 to my warm, now maybe I've got 100,000 that have gone through my entire curriculum. Now I can begin serving offer ads to those people. And now I know that safety is important to them, technology is important to them, convenience. I could even be so granular as make offers specific, or purchase offers or test drive offers specific to the carousel ads that they engage with. Imagine that. Imagine being so precise with your social media that you could take an audience of 1 million people, start to pull out a custom audience that's consuming videos about safety, technology, or convenience, retarget them with a set of carousel ads specific to the things that were most important to them, and then finally making an offer on even the more specific thing that was important to them. We call this purchase path. We're doing it at our agency. If your agency isn't doing it, ask them to do it. But now at least you know the 3 master keys in 2020 that I want you to take advantage of. Number 1, understand that in your audience of potential buyers, if you're a 5, 10, 1% market share brand, there's a different makeup of cold, warm, and hot. Second thing, create ads that are going to speak to that individual group. We love video ads, carousel ads, and offer ads to do that. And then third, use custom audiences and retargeting to your advantage so that you can take advantage of where they are in their buying state, where they are in their preference, close more deals, sell more cars, trucks, or SUVs, and serve more people. This is called Purchase Path. I hope this is helpful for you and gave you some ideas for 2020. I'll see you next time.